Hi, my name is Sergio On and I'm making another video. And today we're going to be talking about education. So just to kind of start off, just to kind of throw some numbers. I personally like numbers. I'm a big math guy. So going back to numbers, so the U.S. in the past 5 years has dropped from about top 10 to about 20th and 30th ranking for different education, from math to science to English. So all three were just plummeted past 5 years. And it's hard just to kind of wrap my mind around the fact that we used to be kind of decent compared to other countries. Now we're just super low. But then I actually looked up some other research statistics and I was thoroughly amazed. There was a study that it was a random poll, and it found that 50% of people, or around 50% of people, believe that antibiotics could kill viruses. That's not good. Viruses are not living. Antibiotics, antibio, anti-life. Antibiotics are usually used to kill bacteria and other stuff that's living in your body that shouldn't be there. You can't use antibiotics to kill viruses because viruses aren't living. Yeah, and then there's another random poll that found that 80% of people would approve of the FDA putting labels on fruit if they have DNA. I'm pretty sure all fruit has DNA. That's what makes it fruit. This is sad. And then I realized why we're so far behind. Because the public at large is not that great. And I just don't get it. I don't get why. Is it like the public education system? Is it the fact that we're not learning on our own? I just don't get it. I'm going to throw some of my ideas out there. You guys can let me know yours. But I personally think it's just that we don't retain stuff. Because a lot of people that go to school, okay, so say you take physics, right? You're going to take physics and you'll be like, when am I ever going to use physics in life? I'm never going to need this. I'm just going to get through the class. And so you just kind of go through this motion of just trying to memorize stuff and not really learn it and internalize it. And so I think that's the root of where everything is going wrong. Because if you're not internalizing it, you're not really learning. You're just kind of putting it in real quick and then spitting it back out. There's a show that's been going on recently. It's called Child Geniuses. And I personally like the questions that they ask because I actually know some of them. But I think it's not really showing that their kids are geniuses. Sometimes it does. There's some kids that are doing great, you know what I mean? They're making, they're learning computer programming at a very young age. Hey, more power to them. But there's some, it's literally just regurgitating facts. There was this one episode where they had to memorize cards. Okay, no, that's hardcore regurgitation. You just make something to memorize it and bleh, you just throw it back out. Anybody can do that. Especially if you're younger where your mind's absorbing a lot. It's obviously going to be a lot easier to memorize stuff. But I think that's what it is. Just I think America's focusing too much on trying to get you to learn stuff that you can just spit right back out and not really that you can analyze, as opposed to saying okay, yeah, we have chemistry, but how does this apply to the real world? And how can I use it in my life personally? That's what people need to be going for. They need to be trying to make those connections between what they're learning in the classroom and what's going on in the world around them. Okay, say you're learning physics and you're okay, well, now I'm gonna, I don't know, throw this football. Well, it's projectile motion. And, just kind of making those simple connections. I think that's what's really going to help the U.S. go back up. Because right now we're just focused on, okay, let's get a degree. Okay, how are we going to get the degree? Okay, let me just try to memorize all these facts and just spit them right back out for a test. If it's a big class, say a UT or something, you're just going to, the professor's not going to have that much time to read through everybody's essays. So what is he going to do? Big multiple choice. Regurgitation. Just spit that right back out. So I think once we move away from that, of just having people spit back facts, we're going to be able to have a stronger educational background because people are going to learn, retain it, and apply it. But that's just my opinion. Go ahead and let me know what your opinion is. Thanks.